60-minute Vinyasa class. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, listen to your body. Do whatever it is that you need to do to feel comfortable, to feel safe, to enjoy your practice. So if that's doing something completely different than what I suggest, that's quite all right. You're gonna get started in a comfortable seat with the right leg in front of the left. Stack your shoulders over your hips, find a flat spine. Lift the crown of your head, find some length. And then a suggestion to close the eyes and just let the hands rest on the thighs. Just taking a moment here to ground, to center, to come into our breath. A quick body scan, noticing any areas of tension. Think if you can send your breath to those areas. Just as a reminder throughout class, you can build heat by exhaling through your nose. You can release heat by exhaling through your mouth. Take a big inhale here, bring your arms out to the sides. Then lift them toward the sky, the palms might touch. Lift the crown of the head, the chin might lift. And then as you exhale, let the hands come to the heart, tuck the chin, keep the eyes closed if that's comfortable. We'll do that 2 more times. Big inhale. Full exhale. Do that 1 more time. Just pausing here with the hands at the heart. If it feels authentic to you in this moment, taking some time to say something kind to yourself. Flutter the eyes open. Plant your left hand down on the mat. I'm going to do my best throughout class today to mirror you. Inhale your right arm up and over, pressing into your right sit bone. You might start to bend the left elbow. You might lift the gaze. Breathe into the right side body. On your next inhale, bend your right elbow, lift your chest toward the sky. As you exhale, straighten that arm once more. Let the gaze follow the fingertips. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. On your next inhale, bring yourself all the way back up. And then as you exhale, twist to the left. Bring that left hand behind you and the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Finding length and then deepening the twist, even if it's just a tiny bit, using your breath. Inhale, crown of head high. Exhale, pull the lower belly back and up. You might gaze all the way past that left shoulder. In your own time, bring yourself back to center, eagle the arms, bring the left arm underneath the right, cross at the elbows, let the palms come to touch. Then use an inhale to find a baby back bend, lift the elbows, lift the gaze. Then use an exhale to tuck the chin and round the spine, pull the lower belly in. We'll do that 2 more times. your breath at your pace. The inhale brings you back up. Unwind the arms, bring them out to its teeth. As you exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Hinge at the hips, bring the arms long out in front of you, crawl as far as you'd like. Gaze to your fingers, bring your gaze to your navel. You might breathe into the right hip. Suggestion, bring the gaze to the hands if it isn't already there. Crawl the hands back in toward the body, nice and slow. Then we'll do that same thing on the other side. Bring your left leg in front of your right. Just once, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring your right hand down on the mat. Inhale your left arm up and over. Bending into the right elbow perhaps, lifting the gaze maybe. Press into the left sit bone, breathe into the left side body, find length. Inhale, bend left elbow, lift chest and gaze. Exhale, straight. 2 more times. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Exhale, twist to the right. Finding length. Finding depth. Bringing yourself back to center, eagling the arms, right arm underneath left. Inhaling for the baby back bend. Exhaling to tuck and round. 2 more times. Inhale, crown of head high, arms out to a T. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Be mindful of where the gaze is. Being mindful of where the breath is sent. Suggestion, gaze at the hands if you aren't already. And then spread the fingers wide and press into the fingertips as opposed to the wrists. Inhale for tabletop. Come on to the knees. Bring the feet back behind you and then adjust. So the knees are below the hips, the feet are behind the knees. You cannot see the feet. And then the hands are directly below the shoulders. It's your choice if your toes are tucked or not. We'll come into some cats and cows. Inhaling to lower the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale to tuck the tailbone, round the spine, gaze at the navel. And see if you can move from the belly button first, letting the belly button guide each movement. See if you can move with your breath at whatever pace feels best for you. You're welcome to pause at the end of each inhale. welcome to pause at the end of each exhale. It might feel nice to play around with the palm orientation, letting the fingers point toward you, giving yourself a little bit more of a wrist stretch, shoulder stretch. The fingers can point toward each other or away from each other, just playing around. We're just waking up the bones here, waking up the muscles. In your own time, you'll bring yourself back to center, tabletop, neutral spine. Gazing down at the left hand, actively pressing into that left hand. Use an inhale to raise the right arm. Let the gaze follow the right fingertips. Using an exhale, thread the needle, bring the right arm underneath the left. Rest onto the right ear and the right shoulder. Let the left hand stay where it is, or extend the left arm long out in front of you, side body stretch. Or wrap the left arm around, bring the hand to the inside of the right hip, twist. One big inhale, fill up. And full exhale, let go. Bring yourself out of the pose, the left hand is below the shoulders. Pressing into that hand, raise the right arm, raise the gaze, inhale. Coming back to center, neutral, tabletop, exhale. Adjust hands, shoulders, knees, hips, whatever you need to do. Same thing, other side, inhale, left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring yourself out of this pose, come back to central, tabletop. Eating dancing dog, maybe you take a cow and a cat. We'll take plenty of time in this down dog to find some movement. Bending one knee and then the other. Shaking the head, yes and no. Rolling the neck in circles. Giving the hips a little shimmy. Gaze at your feet. Bend your knees slightly. Crawl your hands back to meet your feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Take a ragdoll. Separate feet as much as you'd like. Bend knees, drape torso. If you'd like, you can find a bind opposite pinkies to elbows or hands interlaced at back of head for traction. If it feels nice, you can find some movement, bob up and down, sway back and forth. Find stillness. Remove any bind you might have. Toe heel your feet below your hips. You can put two fists in between the feet for measure if you'd like. Keep a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, press into the feet and roll up to standing. Exhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Let the palms face forward. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, bring the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Share, inhale, bend the knees, sink into the hips, raise the arms. Take some time here, gaze past the knees, make sure you can see the toes. Maybe lift the toes, ensuring that the weight is in the heels. And then let the gaze come forward once more, soften the shoulders as best you can. Take a big inhale. Take a little deeper exhale. Just one more inhale. Pull forward, exhale. Halfway lift as you inhale. Reach the crown of the head forward, the tailbone back, flat spine, gaze is slightly down. And then as you exhale, fold, and then just crawl the arms out in front of you. Find wide plank. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Puff up the upper back. Tuck in the lower belly. Bring the focus back to the breath. Reach the heels back, reach the crown of the head forward, big inhale, fill up. As you exhale, start to lower down either halfway or all the way, bend the elbows inward, feel and brush the rib cage, and then with your inhale, come to the tops of the toes, press into the hands, lift the chin, the chest, the gaze, upward facing dog or cobra. As you exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Find some movement. Noticing those areas of tension and sending your breath there. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Maybe there's ankle rolls here. Exhale, right knee toward nose, tuck chin, round spine. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Plant the foot in between the hands. Take some time to adjust your stance, left leg long. Right knee does not go past right ankle. Plant the left hand below the left shoulder, fingers wide. Inhale, right arm high, gaze high, simple twist. Take a couple of breaths, reaching that back. When you feel ready for an exhale, horizon lunge, come onto the pinky side of the left foot. Bring the right arm back. Sink into the hips, bring the gaze back. Inhale, come back to your simple twist, ball mounted left foot, right arm high. Exhale, plant the right palm, low lunge. Inhale for high lunge, squeeze your thighs together, hinge at your hips, raise your arms. We're here for a couple of breaths, softening, adjusting, breathing. Inhale, find a little more length, prepare to twist. Exhale, right arm back, left arm forward. Right hip back, left hip forward. You can gaze at either thumb or anywhere in between the 2 thumbs. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend, lift chin, chest, gaze, sink into hips. Inhale, straighten the arms, bring the gaze forward, shoulders stack over hips. Exhale, start to lean and fly. Bring the torso parallel to the mat. Reach the fingertips back, reach the shoulders back, and then maybe lift the chin, chest, and gaze just a couple of inches in front of the top of your mat. Exhale for the nose to build heat. Exhale for the mouth to release heat. Bring all of the weight into your right foot, your right leg. Kick off with your left, standing knee raise. The left knee comes in front of you in line with the left hip. Flex the left toes. And then we're just gonna do that in reverse. Take a big inhale. Exhale, left foot back, fingertips back, lean and fly. Inhale, hinge at hips, come all the way up, high lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, straighten the arms, gaze forward. Exhale, right arm back, right hip back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, plant the palms, low lunge, let them frame the right foot. Inhale, three-legged plank, so the right leg reaches back, but stays lifted about 6 inches. Maybe there's ankle rolls. Lower down halfway, bend elbows inward. Remember, everything's a suggestion. Tops of all 10 toes, lift chest. Roll over the toes, lift hips. Take one round of breath and you're down dog. Left leg high. Knee toward nose. 2 more times. Plant the foot in between the hands. Adjust the stance. Gaze down at the right hand. Inhale, simple twist, left arm high. Stay here, reach the right heel back. Reach the left hip back. On your next exhale, horizon lunge, pinky side of right foot, left arm back, gaze back, sink into the hips. Simple twist, inhale. Plant the palm, exhale. High lunge, take your time. Where can you soften here? Where can you adjust here? Inhale to prepare to find length. Exhale, the left arm back, the left hip back. The right arm forward, the right hip forward. On your inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, cactus your arms. On your inhale, shoulders over hips. On your exhale, lean and fly. Maybe you change the palm orientation. Let them face the mat or the sky for each other. Where can you soften? On your inhale, standing knee raise, no rush. Left knee in line with left hip. Excuse me, right knee in line with right hip. In reverse, stay here for an inhale. Right foot back as you exhale. High lunge, fill up. Cactus arms, let go. Left. Back to center. Plant the palms. Left leg back. And then when you're ready, take your time, use your breath. We'll meet in downward facing dog.
It's hard to leave, even though you know it's time to go. That's what this song is all about.
Finding some movement in your down dog. Making your way to child's pose whenever you feel ready. Widen the knees, grip the big toes to touch. Rest your forehead on the mat. Bring your arms long out in front of you. Suggestion to close the eyes. Option for a side body stretch here. Crawl the arms over to the right as far as you'd like. Left hand on top of right, perhaps locking the fingers. Cradle the face in between the arms, tuck the chin under the right armpit. And then press into the left sit bone and breathe into the left side body.
I bet you'll never find another love like mine, boy. I bet you'll never find another love like mine.
And then mindfully pass through center and make your way over to the left. As far as feels comfortable on this side, maybe right hand on top of left, maybe locking the fingers. Cradling face in between arms, tucking chin under left armpit. Pressing into right sit bone, breathing into right side body. Bring yourself back to center, child's pose, arms long out in front of you, fingers spread wide. Maybe you gently rock the forehead from side to side, give the third eye a little massage. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, gaze at the feet. Walk the hands back to meet the feet. Inhale, press into the feet, reverse swan dive, arms out and up. Palms touch, chin lifts. Baby back bend if you'd like. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, chair. Bend the knees, sink into the hips. Raise the arms. Send the weight into the heels. Nice work. You're welcome to stay here in your chair for a couple of breaths. You're welcome to follow along for drinking bird using an exhale. Hinge at the hips. Lift the heels. Bring the fingertips back behind you. Reach the nose toward the toes. Pull in the lower belly. Keep the focus on the breath. If you'd like, you can straighten the legs, a little extra challenge. Lift the hips.
I feel so sad.
Using an inhale, we'll come back to chair, lower heels, lower hips, bend knees. Raise arms, raise gaze.
She was my woman. I love her.
Taking your time, fold forward.
But it's too late now.
Using an inhale, halfway lift. Arm placement doesn't matter. And then fold. Roll the hands out in front of you and find your high plank. Fingers spread wide, shoulders over wrists. Heels far back behind you. And meet in downward facing dog. Maybe you just go straight there. Or maybe you lower down. And find a baby back home. We'll add on to that sequence. We'll move one breath, one movement. Inhale your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale your knee toward your nose. We're just going to do that one time. So then gaze in between the hands and plant your foot in between your hands. Gaze down at the left hand and inhale the right arm high. Lift the belly from the right thigh. Exhale, horizon lunge. Come onto the pinky side of the left foot. Bring the right arm back, the gaze back. Inhale, come back to that simple twist. Exhale, plant the palm, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, bring the right arm back. come back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, lean and fly. Right hip back, fingertips back. Inhale, standing knee raise. And here's where we'll move on a little bit. Exhale, standing figure four. Bring the outside of the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. Bend the right knee. Bring the hands to the heart. So everything's a suggestion. You can do it differently. You can do something different. Keeping shoulders stacked over hips as best you can. Leaning against an imaginary wall here. Inhale, come back to that standing knee raise. Press into the right foot, straighten the right leg. Bring the left knee in front of you. Raise the arms. Exhale, send the left foot back, send the fingertips back. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Exhale, baby back bend. Straighten your arms, inhale. Right arm back, exhale, right hip back. Back to center, inhale. Plant the palms, exhale. Three-legged plank, inhale. We're gonna add on here a little bit. Come into your side plank, so zipper the legs together. Come onto the outside edge of the left foot. Press into the left hand, and then raise the right arm. Raise the hips. Extra challenge, raise the gaze. Extra challenge, raise the right leg. Regardless of where you are, flex the toes toward the face. And keep that right hip stacked on top of the left. Using your breath and your own time, make your way back to downward facing dog. Keeping the fingers spread wide here. Pressing into the fingertips as opposed to the wrists. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee toward nose, tuck chin, round spine, plant foot in between hands. Inhale, simple twist, left arm high. Exhale, horizon lunge, left arm back. Simple twist, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, left arm back. Left hip back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Straighten the arms, inhale. Lean and fly, exhale. Standing knee raise, inhale. Here's where we'll move on again. Standing figure four when you're ready, bending into left knee, sinking into hips. Outside of right ankle, rested on top of left thigh. Hands might come to heart. Where can you soften? Inhale for your standing knee raise. Exhale to lean and fly. Inhale for your high lunge. Exhale for your baby back bend. Straighten, inhale. Twist, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Plant the palms, exhale. Three-legged plank, inhale. Finding your side plank. Zippering legs together, coming onto outside edge of right foot, pressing into right hand. Lifting left arm, lifting hips. Stacking left hip over right, flexing toes toward face. Meeting in downward facing dog in your own time. Meeting in child's pose in your own time. Taking a side body stretch if you'd like. If you took that side body stretch, crawling over to do the other side. Meeting in downward facing dog whenever you feel ready. Bending your knees, gazing at your feet, crawl your hands back to meet your feet, forward fold at the back of the mat. Taking a rag doll like we did at the beginning of class, separate feet, bend knees, drape torso. And maybe you find a bind opposite pinkies to elbows or fingers interlaced at back of head for traction. We're taking a fist at the lower back and then reaching the fist toward the sky. Or maybe gorilla feels nice here, lifting one foot and placing the palm facing up underneath the foot. Lifting the other foot, doing the same thing. Bending the elbows away from each other, relaxing the head and the neck. And maybe the knees are bent, or maybe you straighten the legs, breathing into the hamstrings. If you took gorilla, carefully lifting one foot and removing the hand, and then doing the same thing on the other side, and shaking the arms out. If you're in any other variation, slowly remove that bind. You might toe heel the feet directly below the hips. You might place a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, press into the feet and slowly roll up to standing, same way we did the first time. One vertebra at a time. And exhale to lift your shoulders up and roll them back, and let the palms face forward and spread the fingers wide. Inhale to bring the arms out and up, let the palms touch, lift the chin. Exhale, let the hands come to the heart. If it's comfortable, close the eyes here. Take a moment, come back to those kind words that you said to yourself at the beginning of class. If you didn't say anything then, maybe you'd like to say something now. Flutter the eyes open if they aren't already. Inhale, find your chair, bend into your knees, sink into your hips, raise your arms. You're welcome to stay here in your chair. You're welcome to play around with drinking bird. You're welcome to find eagle along with me. Bring your left arm, wrap it underneath your right. Cross at the elbows, let the palms come to touch. Or maybe back of hands touch, or maybe you give yourself a hug. Maybe you stay here in your eagle leg, or your eagle arms, your chair legs. Maybe you find full eagle, bring the weight into the left leg, and start to wrap that left leg around the right. Sink into your hips. Squeeze your arms. Squeeze your legs. Use a big inhale to unwind the arms and the legs and find chair. Feel free to straighten the legs and bend the knees again. If you took eagle on the other side, I'm taking it again on this side. I believe I messed up saying which arm was on top, so whichever one you didn't already do. Right arm underneath, perhaps. Left leg wraps around, maybe. Shoulders stacked over hips as best you can. Leaning against that imaginary wall that's right behind you. When you're ready, using an inhale to unwind, come back to our last chair together today. Maybe you straighten legs and bend knees again. When you feel ready, you'll simply fold forward. And then with an inhale, you'll find a halfway lift. With an exhale, you'll fold forward. Crawl your hands out in front of you and find high plank, shoulders over wrists. Heels reaching back behind you. Take yourself to downward facing dog. This is our last down dog together for this class. Find some adjustments. And some movement. Says you want to spare the children. When you're ready, make your way to child's pose. Widen the knees, bring the big toes to touch. Stretch the arms long out in front of you, rest the forehead on the mat. Don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat of a bitter fruit. Hunger only for this will be our last child's pose together today. Optional side body stretch. Is your soul. I was a pretty young girl once. I had dreams, I had high hopes. Married a man who stole my heart away. Gave his love, but what a high price to pay. And all that you have. My buddy stretch on the other side if you took it on the first side. Don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat of a bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth. 'Cause all that you have. Back to center, child's pose if you aren't already there.
Why was I such a young fool?
Bring the gaze to the fingertips and then just simply crawl the hands back in toward the body.
Something could be mine forever. Another hard way one can't possess another.
Bring the legs together. Then we're going to find broken toe pose. Tuck all 10 toes, including the pinkies. Your fingers might need to assist. If broken toe is super painful and totally impossible for you, don't feel like you have to do it. You can just sit on your feet. We're also going to do a neck stretch. If it's just a little painful, I encourage you to do it. It's really good for our feet. We're going to breathe into the bottoms of our feet here. We're not going to be here for very long. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace all 10 fingers. Use an inhale, reach the fist back. You might lift the gaze ever so slightly. Use an exhale, bring the fist to the left hip. Then the left ear toward the left shoulder, as far as feels comfortable to you. You can always intensify as you breathe. You might close the eyes.
Don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat
breathing into the right side of the neck.
Only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth.
Breathing into the bottoms of the feet.
Is your soul. Here I am, I'm waiting for a better day. Second chance, a little luck.
Inhale lifts the crown of the head and reaches the fist back. The exhale brings the fist to the right hip and sends the right ear to the right shoulder. We're over halfway done with broken toe. Check in and notice where you can soften, where are you holding tension. Maybe it's in the face.
Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth. Is all that you have is your soul. Oh, my mama told me.
Inhale, crown of head high, fist back.
Cause she said she learned.
Exhale, remove the bind, shake the arms out, plant the hands in front of you. Untuck the toes very carefully, very slowly. Come to the tops of the feet, lightly tap the feet on the mat. Have a seat on the heels. Bring the legs out to one side. Bring the legs out in front of you. Scoot up to the front of your mat. So your feet are at the front, your bum is in the middle. Bend the knees, plant the feet hip width distance. Lift the chin, the chest, the gaze, flat spine. Bring the arms up shoulder height. Take a big inhale, press into the feet. As you exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, slowly start to lower onto your back, one vertebra at a time. The slower you go, the more core work it is. Adjust if you need to. Make sure that the back of your head is on the mat for comfort. Bring your knees into your chest. Place your hands onto your knees. Slowly roll the lower back in circles. You choose how big they are. You choose how fast they are.
My heart's been far from you 10,000 miles.
Change direction of the circles.
Oh, I want to come near and give every part of me, but there's blood on my hand.
Come to center, find stillness. Happy baby, widen legs, lift feet, flex toes. Bring the hands to the outside of the feet or the ankles or the calves, or maybe peace fingers grip big toes. Gently pull on the grip, softening the shoulders. Press into the lower back, so untuck the tailbone.
Take me to your river. I wanna go.
Hang out in stillness or find gentle movement. Listen to your body.
Take me to your river. I wanna know. Dip me in your
your smooth waters I go in as a man with many crimes.
Bring yourself to center, find stillness.
As my sins
Bring the legs together, preparing for supine twist. Stack the knees over the hips. Bring the calves parallel to the mat. Flex the toes toward the face. Bring the arms out to a T or cactus. Press into the lower belly. Press into the lower back. Big inhale to prepare.
Take me to your river.
As you exhale, let the knees fall to one side. Soften into both shoulders.
Take me to your river. I wanna know. I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. Wanna know.
In your own time, inhale the knees back to center. Exhale, let the knees fall to the other side.
Wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Take me to your river. I wanna go. Lord, please let me know. Take me to your river. I wanna know.
Staying here in this detoxifying twist as long as you'd like. When you feel ready to come out of this pose, do it carefully and slowly. If there are any last movements that you would like to take before your final resting pose, please feel free. When you feel ready for your final resting pose, take the time to let it be the most comfortable, relaxing pose for you. So maybe it's corpse pose with legs long out in front of you, feet falling away from each other, with arms long at the sides, palms lifting up. Maybe it's Supta Baddha Konasana with feet together and knees falling away from each other. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. Maybe it's knee knock pose with feet wide and knees falling toward each other. Once you find your pose, get out any last wiggles. Bring yourself to complete stillness. Soften your breath. Relax your body. Calm your mind. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Gently come into some tiny micro movements, wiggling fingers, toes, circling ankles, wrists, rocking the back of the head from one side to the other. Bringing the arms high above the head for a full body stretch as it brings the legs together, flexing the toes. Suggestion to roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow, finding a transitional fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable, carefully press up into a seat. Take plenty of time to let the seat be comfortable for you. There's no right way to sit at the end of a yoga class. And taking the time to place your hands wherever feel most comfortable for you. There's no right place for them to be. Checking in and noticing how you're feeling. Taking a moment, thanking yourself for your practice. I appreciate you showing up and sharing your practice with me, allowing me to share my practice with you, helping the Woodlawn Yoga community exist. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you.